Now it is time to talk about self-awareness. The fact that you're here, open to exploring your own behaviors and patterns, is already a huge step toward personal growth. It's easy to point the finger at others, to see how we've been mistreated, manipulated, or misunderstood. But real change, real empowerment, comes from looking inward. This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about taking control of your own growth. It's about recognizing patterns that may not be serving you or your relationships and making the choice to break them. And today, we are talking about gaslighting, not as something that bad people do, but as a behavior that can sometimes come from fear, insecurity, or learned responses to difficult situations. Gaslighting is often seen as intentional manipulation, but for many people, it's not a calculated effort to hurt someone, it's a reflex, a defense mechanism. Maybe it comes out when you feel like you're losing control, when being wrong feels unbearable, or when vulnerability seems too risky. And if that sounds familiar, don't panic. Awareness isn't about guilt, it's about growth. Once you recognize the moments when you're dismissing, deflecting, or rewriting reality, you gain the power to change those moments. So where do we start? With awareness. Think about situations where you might have responded defensively. Have you ever told someone that's not what happened, even when you weren't entirely sure? Have you ever minimized someone's emotions, saying you're overreacting or you're being too sensitive? These might seem like small moments, but over time, they can chip away at trust in a relationship. They can make the other person question themselves. And the truth is, none of us want to be responsible for making someone else doubt their own feelings or experiences. But here's the good news: if you can see it, you can change it. Breaking the cycle starts with one simple but powerful shift: pausing before you react. When you feel that urge to dismiss, deny, or control the situation, take a breath. Ask yourself, what am I actually feeling right now? What am I trying to protect? Maybe it's fear of being wrong. Maybe it's discomfort with emotions, either yours or someone else's. Maybe it's an old habit of needing to have the last word, to stay in control. Whatever it is, noticing it is the first step to shifting it. Now, let's be honest, change takes effort. These behaviors might be deeply ingrained, especially if they were learned early on. But every time you choose to validate instead of dismiss, to listen instead of control, you're strengthening a new pattern. You're building relationships that are based on honesty, trust, and mutual respect instead of defensiveness and control. It starts with small adjustments. Instead of saying, "That's not what happened," try, "That's not how I remember it, but I want to understand your perspective." Instead of, "You're overreacting," try, "I didn't realize this affected you so much. Can you tell me more?" These little shifts create a big impact. They open the door to real connection instead of shutting it down. And here's something really important: this process requires self-compassion. Recognizing your own gaslighting tendencies can feel uncomfortable, but it's not a reason to be hard on yourself. Many of these behaviors were learned as ways to protect yourself. Maybe they helped you feel safe, in control, or less vulnerable in the past. But now, you have the awareness to choose something different. This is about empowerment. It's about stepping into the kind of person you want to be, the kind of person who communicates openly, who values honesty, who can admit when they are wrong, and who creates relationships built on trust and respect. That's real strength. That's real growth. And this journey doesn't stop here. In the next module, we are going deeper into why these behaviors develop, what's underneath them, where they come from, and how you can begin to rewrite those patterns at the root. Because once you understand why you respond the way you do, you'll have even more power to shift toward healthier, stronger, and more authentic ways of relating to the people around you. So keep going. Keep learning. Keep choosing growth. Because this isn't about fixing the past, it's about creating a better future for yourself and for the relationships that matter most.